Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us here at Transwest Truck Trailer RV of Frederick, Colorado. My name is Michaela. This morning I'm taking you guys to another one of our brand new Logan Coach Chris Burandt sled trailers. We have these in multiple sizes right now. We've got bumper pulls and goosenecks. We've got those bigger 33 and 35 footers, and then we've got a smaller 27, but this one behind me is a 29. So a really good middle of the road floor size here. I know a lot of the concern with getting them shorter was keeping the weight lighter and then getting up in those mountain roads, just keep it real compact but still fit a great number of sleds in here. If you guys are not familiar with these brand new Chris Burandt packages, some of the features that will be included in these are going to be extra lights on your top rail. You're going to get extra marker lights. They've got lower lights now, extra lower lights that have the reverse toggle switch. They're going to have an extra floor drain at the front of the trailer. They're going to have a bunch of extra coat hooks. We're going to have an oil caddy. We're going to have some extra plugs for those avalanche bags. We're going to have two really big heaters in the sky, and we're going to have a solar package on the top because with all these lights, we want to keep these batteries maintained for you guys. So a lot of really great features that come with this Chris Burandt package. I like to mention it. A lot of people on Facebook give me a lot of trouble about slapping a sticker on here and upcharging the price, but that is not what it is. Chris Burandt has actually sat down with Logan, and you guys know him. He uses these trailers, right? He uses them inside and out. He knows what they need and what works best. So he's come up with this package himself with Logan and put a lot of really great features in here. This one here is going to be white exterior. You guys are going to have your black tread bright down below, and that kind of ties in with your two-tone package back here. It's going to be the black tail, but you guys can swap these colors around. I know we have them in like silver and charcoal as well. We've got some with the blue logo. This one here has got the red logos. I think that ties in really well with that DOT tape though. It looks really nice with that red, white, and black theme going on right here. You guys are going to get your spread axle with those black spoke aluminum wheels, again tying into that color package. I think it overall gives it a really sharp look. And then right now I do have those reverse lights down low with the toggle switch. I've got them flipped on there for you guys. Just additional exterior light is what those guys are giving you. We've got some reverse lights on the back as well, tied into our tail lights. So you're gonna have a lot of visibility, especially if you are getting back to the trailer at dark and you're trying to get back out of that mountain pass. You're gonna have lots of visibility with all these reverse lights. And of course up top we have those big scene lights. That was a feature with these Chris Burandts. I know he's just big on visibility. He has a great video on his social media at dark with his new Logan and all these lights turned on. Just really giving you guys the visibility you need working in, off, and around these trailers. Before we get inside, I'm just gonna go ahead and demonstrate the ramp because this one has been a big topic of conversation on previous trailers that had a Chris Burandt package prior to Logan. A lot of the issues where the rear ramp just got really heavy. I guess some spring issues or some hinges that failed, but these ones are cable assisted, so really easy to just push back up. It's really gonna help itself close there at the end too. It does not take a lot of work. That cable assist has been huge. And then down below they do have really good heavy duty hinges to support this rear ramp. But again, the cable assist is what's doing a lot of the work. Really easy to pull down as well. You don't have to worry about pulling it and then running out of the way. I'm having to continuously pull on it to get it to come down until about here. But really easy to use these guys. And then they've got these flip over plastic pieces here that really finish it off and give you guys a nice clean slope getting all the way up in there. We do have these caliper grips on them, so it's gonna give you some good grip there, but as you guys know, just working in and around snow and the ice and the buildup on your tracks, you're still gonna want to get a running start up in there. Being a deck over, it's pretty high, but these grips are definitely gonna help you. We'll go ahead and step up in here, and as we step in, we're gonna start down at the floor at my feet here, looking at the first one of our floor drains. So you're always gonna get one at the back with these Logan sled trailers, but Chris Burandt went ahead and added one at the front as well. So you're just gonna pull out your plug, and then you guys have drains back here. So when you do get a lot of the moisture in the water build up in here, you can clean it out pretty easily. And then they do have the black Vortex lining coated on their floor. So this is a 3-inch thick insulated floor. And then they coat it in their Vortex lining, which is a really, really good durable spray. If you guys haven't been to Logan socials, I do say this in a lot of my videos because it is really impressive. But they take a pop can, just your regular Pepsi can, and they stomp on it and it smushes, right? Then they take a new Pepsi can, coat it in their Vortex lining, and then they go to stomp on it. They can stand on it, doesn't move, doesn't budge. So it adds a lot of good structural integrity. Also just really gonna protect your floor from all that moisture as well. You're gonna have lined and insulated walls and a lined and insulated ceiling as well. So really good, just fully enclosed, lined and insulated space. Back here we have our 2 thermostats because you do have 2 heaters on this one. So you're gonna have your 40,000 BTU and then your 75,000 hot dog furnace. And then of course, we do have to have this note because you guys, this is, I just mentioned, a fully lined and insulated trailer with those 2 huge heaters at the front. You are gonna wanna get some ventilation when you do kick those heaters on. So what we have for ventilation options, we're gonna have these max air fans. We've got one at the back and then we've got one up at the front as well. But with your heaters up there, if you guys are running those, it would definitely turn this guy on and just get that air moving, get it circulating through here rather than just building up inside of the space and getting you more condensation. Let's get that air moving out right there. We also have the frameless windows on each side that just crank open. You guys can just pop those open and get some ventilation. You'll have one on each side of the trailer. Also, if you guys are turning your sleds on in here, you're gonna wanna vent that exhaust out of here. So those are great for that as well. And just overall, if you are using this in the summertime as your toy hauler trailer, your side-by-sides, your ATVs, whenever you start those, we get some ventilation through that way as well. So back here, we've got one of our aluminum cabinets. They're on a gas shock, so these lids will flip up and stay up out of your way, so you can be fully two-handed, getting gear in or out of this space. These cabinets here on this side are not gonna be heated or ventilated, so these are just good storage cabinets right here. And then we've got a full length of coat hooks down below. I mentioned earlier, part of the Chris Burandt package, you're gonna get a bunch of extra coat hooks with these plugs below. So you guys can be charging your avalanche bags while they're hung up right here. You're also gonna have a shelf right here to be setting stuff in, setting gear, which also comes with a plug up there. So if you guys are charging walkie-talkies or GPS in-reach devices, you have the shelf to set things on as well as an outlet up there for charging capabilities. And then what we have, I have everything down right now, and I'll kind of close it up as we go because I do like to show you guys how easy everything is to use inside this trailer. So we've got a drop, fold down workbench table right here, and then we've got a bench right next to it. So this is going to be great if you do have all of your smaller gear set up on this table. You got your helmets, your goggles, your gloves, your mittens, maybe some hand warmers, just your smaller, maybe that in-reach is done charging, you put it over here, your GPS device, and then you can be over here, all of your gear spread out, getting dressed right here, and have all that small stuff right there. You can work off of this very easily. And then if you notice, everything is spaced out really well as well. So if you do have buddies with you, because this is a larger trailer, you guys check it out. Yep, really good space. Your buddies are getting ready over here on this horizontal bench that folds down. We also have another one of those long benches over there that folds down. Really good space in between to go ahead and just spread out all that gear, get ready, and not be tripping over each other. And then these fold up and out of the way really well as well. So when you are just gonna be putting your sleds in here, you need to quick throw them up against the wall. It's really easy to do. You can do it with those gloves or mittens on your hands. I'm gonna keep my gloves on because it's a little chilly in Colorado this morning. But everything will pop right back up and give you guys a nice open space so you can utilize that full floor length. Those legs just fold back in there and lock in place. And then everything folds right back up out of the way. And right next to this one, we have your oil caddy. So if you guys are bringing stuff with you to maintain your sleds and you've got your WD-40 or your 2-stroke, you've got your smaller cylinders up here, and then you have a bigger shelf right here to keep all that contained up off the ground. It's not going to be rolling around. Just a really good storage space up high there. And then down below we do have this bar right here. It does come out, so you guys hang some paper towels or some shop rags on this guy and keep all of this kind of mechanical gear, maintenance gear all together there. Down below that frameless window, we do have an exterior door. We don't have it open right now. We'll check it out when we get outside. But this is just going to give you access into this space. So if you guys are fueling up your sleds on your way up to the mountains, you can easily stick that nozzle through that space and get in here and fuel all of your sleds without having to open anything up or take sleds on or off this trailer to get fuel. And then down below, we're going to have this airliner track. It is full length all the way down both sides. So once you guys do get all your sleds back in here at the end of the day, it's going to be really easy to, if you guys have them rearranged differently than when you came up onto the mountain, doesn't matter, because you can move those hooks around and really utilize them how you need to. We got a lot of extra lights down there as well. That's going to be part of the Chris Burandt package. He was big on lights and just being able to really see what you're doing. So we've got those lights down low as well as lights up high. And then 2 big LEDs down the center. So you have visibility literally all the way throughout this trailer. We have a center hoist right here for your sled, really conveniently located right next to what I was talking about there with your oil caddy. Go ahead and lift your sled up here and work on it in this area. And then we also have 2 of these bars up high to be locating more of that hanging space. Everything you're going to want to hang after the end of the day, everything's soaking wet. You can never have too much hanging space in these areas. So we have those up there. Again, your full length. We're down at the other end of this coat hook row now. Again, with your plugs below for those avalanche bags. And we've got some more hooks up there. But there's going to be 2 more of these aluminum cabinets right here for extra storage space. Keep things up off the floor, set things in there. Again, not heated or ventilated, but they have the gas shocks on the lid, so it's super easy to use these guys. And then working up front to the face of this cabinetry, a touchscreen radio with your subwoofer, speakers throughout, so you can listen to your music inside of this trailer and without it outside as well. I've turned these on, they work really well. We got some plugs up above that as well for more charging capabilities. Got your USBs right there. And then your 12-volt auxiliary right there. And then over here, more of those coat hooks continued. So he wanted additional hanging space. That was more important than having the man door right here. So he went ahead and deleted the man door on his package, added a bunch of extra coat hooks, 2 more of those plugs up there, and some more lights. Just hanging up all of your gear, jackets, your pants. You could hang each glove up there. You can hang your hats, mittens up there. Let it all spread out and dry out that way, and all of your buddies down there as well. Tons of hanging space in this one. There's that second max air fan for your ventilation up here. And then up at the front. So these are going to be the cabinets that are both heated and ventilated. So you have some shelves on this side as well, just an open locker on that side to be setting all your gear in to dry out. Again, heated and ventilated, so we're not just pushing hot air into this space with your wet gear, because that's not going to dry it out. We need the heat in here, and then we need the heat to leave as well, so it makes a good circulation and gets all that gear to dry out faster. Guys, keep those running as you drive home. If you stop for dinner, get all your gear dried out before you have to take it into your Airbnb, your VRBO, your hotel room, right? It can all be dry and you're not just dragging wet gear in there. And then next to that, we have a bench, also dual purpose as your boot dryer. This space is also heated and ventilated. So you throw your boots on there, whatever other gear in here you want to dry out. It's going to push that heat into here, and then it's going to vent out the sides as well. Again, helping it dry and not just making things worse. Second floor drain up front. So you're going to have this is part of that Chris Burandt package. Just you guys run your sleds all the way up to the front here, and now you've got water melting off. You can drain them out right there. That 40,000 BTU furnace, and then your 75,000 hot dog furnace. And then up in the nose, they have this nice carpet up here. So if you guys are using this to sleep out of or camp out of, you have this really nice carpet material. We've got more of those frameless awning or frameless windows on each side. So those will, again, just spins open and get you some ventilation up in here. Got lights, we have a speaker, we have our inverter up there, we have our control screen for our solar panel, we got breakers down below, and then we have an outlet up there as well. So really just a good dual purpose trailer. If you guys are wanting to multi-purpose this and not just use it a couple months in the winter for a couple snowmobile trips and then call it good, you want to get some more use out of this trailer, it's going to be an excellent setup if you want to take it to elk camp, take it to hunting camp and hunt out of it. You and your buddies can stretch all your cots out in here. You have the furnace, which is going to be most important in that season. You guys also have the max air fans if you're just going to camp out of this trailer in the summer. Run your side-by-sides in here, run your ATVs, run your dirt bikes, run your kids' toys up in here. You guys can still camp out of this space, open up those max air fans and get some air moving that way. but really just a well-built, very usable trailer. We do have a front side ramp up here, so if you are pushing your sleds off the front here, you don't want to wait on your buddies that are blocking the back ramp, you do have your front one up here. It's going to be the same as the back, has a little bit of that angle to it, but it's got those fold down mats you guys are checking out right there that are just going to cover that gap from your ramp to your door. As you come down, it has those caliper grips right there, and then it has that extra plastic piece at the back there, so you're covering your gap from your floor up into your ramp. These ones are also extremely easy to use. Going to be just like the back. It's going to have that cable assist. And I've seen some people posting these videos on Facebook that have been real popular, but works really well, right? You don't have to hardly do anything to get those ramps to go up. So at the end of the day, and you're tired and you've been snowmobiling all day long and you just want to get home and you don't want to have to deadlift a ramp up in the air, this is the trailer for you. Work very, very well. You have your man door right here. So your side ramp and your man door both have another one of those big scene lights over it, so lots of visibility on this side. You have a fold down step getting in and out, as well as a handle on the inside of the door and a grab handle right here. So if it's a deck over, it's up in the air, that's going to help you guys get up in there very easily. This door has your combo lock on it, so you don't want to be fidgeting and fumbling with keys when you have your big gloves on. You have your combo lock right there. And then that fuel access door I was talking about, this is just getting you access into here for fueling up those sleds for convenience. As I mentioned, this one's your black and white exterior and a 29-foot floor length. We have these in other colors, we have these in other sizes. We have them in bumper poles as well. So if you guys are interested in getting you one of these Chris Burandt packages, and this one's not it, keep us in mind because there's some other options out there. Finishing up front, this has been a really popular feature as well. Your rolling garage door. So you guys think you're going to be traveling a lot. If you're using this for sleds on the icy, snowy roads, you're getting a lot of slush, you're getting a lot of ice built up on here. This is going to be really well protected. Behind here, you're going to have a floor right here for storage. You have your battery disconnect switch right here. So I've been talking a lot about lights, right? There's a lot of light switches for those lights too. And if you get to where you're going and you just aren't not confident, your buddy remembered to shut off one of those switches, all you gotta do is just kill your batteries right there, so you don't actually kill your batteries. You got your batteries up here on an aluminum shelf. Got an electric over hydraulic jack right here. Two of those larger propane tanks for those large furnaces. And then part of the Chris Burandt packages is also this shelf in here. Goes all the way down in there, almost as tall as my hand. So really good just exterior storage space right there for some of those smaller items. And then over here, you have your control for that hydraulic jack. You do have that solar package on this trailer, so if you are out in the sun, that solar is going to help keep those batteries topped off and maintained, but you are going to trickle charge off of your 7-pin as well. And then all the front of this trailer, you're going to see that black vortex lining continued. Up here, it's doing a really great job of protecting all of this from the snow and the ice and the road debris. We do have your breakaway brakes right here. Excuse me. And then you also have your shore power plug up here. So Chris Burandt has tucked it up under here, which I think is a great space. Very smart. Again, coming from someone that doesn't just design these trailers and put his name on it. He actually uses them and he knows what works. So if you guys are packing a portable gen with you and you don't want to have to be running some really long shore power cord from your truck all the way back there to the side of your trailer, and then the side of your trailer is caked in slush and ice and black grime, and you're fighting through that door to get to your shore power cord, leave your gen in your bed and you're just going to plug it in right there, which is right over the center of your bed. So a lot of thought has gone into these Chris Burandt packages. They've been really popular. We've got a few still available though. If you guys have any questions, I would love to help you out and get you in the Chris Burandt that works best for you. If this one is it, we do not have a number on this one. So you're gonna have to just call me and tell me you watched my video and this is the one for you. Or you can text me as well. That cell phone's 303-918-6367. You guys can email me at michaela.hall@transwest.com. But thank you guys so much for joining me on another one of these Burandts, and we'll see you next time.